Wait, hold on 1 second. Are we in?
Yes.
All right. So, listen, yeah?
Let me silence my phone.
So, if you've been listening to the podcast for like a time, do you know what the thing is? Really, we should be way past this episode long time ago.
Yeah.
But sometimes life just happens and that. So this doesn't work that way occasionally. So if you've been listening to the episode, if you've been listening to this for a long time, you will know on the 100th episode, we had somebody here on the 100th episode. So you would know what is happening right now when I tell you it's the 200th episode. What's happening right now? Yeah? JME is happening right now. Yeah?
Well gone.
That's it. Fulfilled the promise. I said after, what is it? Everyone. I'm not gonna lie to you, Jamie. Yeah. I get it. I like this. Yeah, the 100 episode, the 200 episode, but it's not. We're not waiting again for free.
I'm glad you said that.
So you know what? You know why?
I can't come back on the 300.
You can.
You have to come back
before then.
Every 100 episodes.
Oh.
You know why? Because there's certain episodes. Yeah. Aside from music, sorry everyone, I'm eating. It's like I'm gonna get.
I know I didn't want to do this.
I know, so people get pissed.
That's why I brought you that as well. Because I thought you don't do this
to throw me in there as well.
Yeah.
All right. The reason why, yeah, is because occasionally, aside from music, there's certain episodes about life that would just be good for you to just be here on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to sit and talk to you about music and all that stuff, but just insight. Yeah. So, especially with the type of conversations I'm looking to have going forward, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 300 thing, it can work, but
Yeah.
it can't be like an absent till that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You could have me on FaceTime before then or something. Like, I don't know.
FaceTime? Oh, so not even here.
I don't know. Something, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. I don't mind. I'm always here watching anyway.
Yeah.
I got the monitors. I got the double the monitors.
Oh, okay.
They're sick.
Cheeky's here as well, but he's not really.
Yeah, big up Cheeky.
He's
here,
here,
but
but he's not. You know what I mean? One of the biggest promoters in the game. He's gonna try and act shy now, and like he ain't got no voice and all these things. When Dan comes, I'm gonna what happens, you know? Sometimes man them come.
Yeah.
We've got big personalities and that, and bare things to say, and they just come here and then they just act like, oh, I'm just doing work.
It happens on podcasts all the time now. I love watching them, and sometimes at one point the person speaks. I'm like, raw. Like when you're watching it, you don't know who's there in it.
Yeah.
And then watching it, you hear someone in the back going, no. I'm like, raw. Someone, and everyone in the podcast looks over there, like, you're thinking, raw. So someone's really in a room that's commanding attention and shit. Like,
yeah, that's it. So anyway, before there's bare things to talk about, just enough. But you know what? I don't know if you wouldn't know. You know, social media's coming for Mitch right now. Do you know that?
For who?
You see that? Craig Mitch.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, white social media, not black Twitter. White Twitter is coming for Mitch right now, and it made me think. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, it made me think.
It's so
something.
funny, man. Life is funny now.
What
Man.
it made me think.
Life is funny, man.
You know, like, see when you know someone, yeah, and a part of their personality is being misconstrued, yeah, and you see everyone chiming in on it, yeah. It makes me feel very sensitive for a minute because I start looking at like some of the people that are saying things and I'm like, and the things that they're saying. So bearing in mind, everyone has a right to have an opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can have an opinion. I might not agree with your opinion, but
can have one.
Some of the things that people are saying, like almost from a factual standpoint, makes me want to just message everyone. You know that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes me want to message everyone. Especially even like sometimes I see it happening with Stormzy sometimes. You know, Stormzy will come out and say some things and then you get like the other side of Twitter just going mad, just saying all of these factual things about his music and his lyrics and all of these things, yeah. Bro, I want to sit there for a moment. There's a part of me that wants to sit there for a moment and message everyone,
But it's
bro.
you can't do it because it's
Of
you.
course.
So yeah, I know what you mean.
It's jarring, bro.
I know.
We're still here, though.
Do you know what it is, man? You know what it is, man. Listen, I swear, every conversation I have, I could be talking about money. I could be talking about relationships. I could be talking about mental health. I could be talking about technology. It goes to the same ending point nowadays, bro. Every conversation goes to the same ending point. And it's because of the internet. The internet. Everybody's net is integrated.
No,
Everybody
crazy,
is just in one place, bruv. Which I don't think was ever meant to happen.
You don't think so?
I don't think it was ever meant to happen. if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen at a point in time when we are all enlightened to the point where we all acknowledge what is actually happening by that happening. Like what is actually happening by all of our thoughts being able to be in one place and shared quickly.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to actually understand that, and then it should have happened. But it happened at a time where people don't even understand that. Like some people use the internet and post videos as if they're only messaging 10 of their friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you watch it, you can actually see the way they're talking, the way they're looking at the camera and the things they're doing, where they leave the camera, they say something to someone else, what they show on camera by accident, and things they do with social media. They literally think it's just a quick little, you know what I mean? They don't get it. And then some other people also don't get the fact that we all are in different cultures. You know what I'm saying? People in different parts of the world might see this. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand what it is.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
literally everyone's using it in mad ways, and yeah.
That's true, you
Stuff
know, when
just
you
goes
think
left.
about it like that, yeah, even when you put it into that perspective, it's like there's all these different cultures and all these different ways of thinking, and then it's all put into one place, and then it's like a group of people or a certain type of people are then essentially trying to dictate what is the right person based on like and not taking into consideration that people come from different
they're basing it
backgrounds
on themselves and themselves only.
Yeah.
Just like if like there's that dog festival and they
festival?
Yeah, they kill and eat dogs in some part of the country, some part of the world. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
People that don't understand that culture and think dogs are friends, they absolutely believe in their heads that they're right and that no, we need to stop them killing these dogs. That is so wrong. It's a dog. But they will kill and eat another animal.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's
but
true.
in their heads, so what? The other animals fighting that. That's their culture. It's fine.
We
But
do
they're-
pick and choose.
Yeah, of course we do.
As humans, we do you
But
know
you have
what?
to be smart enough to know
Yeah.
that what you're thinking is your opinion.
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? Like how many things have I ever seen on the line and I thought, raw. I thought to say something, but then I also think, that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Like, do I need to give my opinion? Like, that's just my opinion. Like, I could tell my friends, I could be like, oh, did you see what happened? Yeah, man, that's a dickhead thing, man. Da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to go and say it. Give my opinion, like, no, and give my opinion.
More like
'Cause
it's
like
fact
it's
as well.
factual. Yeah, like
that's
it's factual.
Do you know that's the thing that I feel like that's where I am trying to. This is what I've tried to unlearn as a person. Yeah, is that, and I think I've kind of been like this anyway, but it's understanding it. Yeah, is that I can now differentiate when it's someone's opinion and when it's a factual thing, which makes me move different.
Yeah.
The one thing that I've always had an issue with sometimes is when someone tells me their opinion as fact.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that gets my back up. I have an issue with that.
Listen,
but
even when I've got facts now, I still give it as my opinion now because I always know that I can be corrected.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
true.
was always trying. I like me as a person. I'm based on truth. I believe that if I find something's true, I believe to be true, I act on it. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But then one thing is I've learned is, or not, I haven't even learned it, but one thing I've slowly adapted to slowly is that once I find something that I believe to be true, I act on it myself, but I don't enforce it.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Don't enforce it.
Yeah.
Because you can enforce it because you believe it to be true and you think you're doing a good thing. You think you're preaching the right thing and you're doing the right thing, but that can then prove to be wrong at one point, and then you're an idiot because you was enforcing that.
Yeah, that's
but if you
true.
just act on it yourself and it's proved to be wrong at some point, then cool, you do what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess when it's like when you're basing something on your belief system and how you believe with something that you believe, that's based on opinion. So no one can't really tell you. I mean, I guess there's certain things that can be factual and someone's going to tell you, yeah, maybe that is wrong for whatever reason. But I feel like right now you can find conflicting information.
Exactly
on
what I was
fucking
saying. I was going to
everything,
cut you off. But
It's
let me not cut
hard,
you
bro.
off because you're going to say it anyway. Bruv, what is in fact anyway now?
But, bro,
Name
I don't
something-
know.
Tell me something as a fact because the earth is being round, is getting disputed by everyone all over the world now. Like, what's going on? Like, what can we believe? Like, I think the earth is a ball floating through space. And I say that out loud now. And I know people are going to be like,
No, it's not
Yeah, I
because
know.
of.
Yeah, I
fam,
know.
I'll tell you now.
You know what I'm saying?
I've got a cousin who will hit me up now.
Yeah.
Like he's already rang me.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
this is happening now,
Yeah.
he's already paused it now and he's ringing me now to tell me. So he's going to laugh when he hears this.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to tell him after he rings
He's
me,
unpaused it now
I'm going to
and seen
say
you
to him,
say this, yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to hear me saying this.
Unpause
Yeah?
it and listen to what I say.
Unpause it and hear this. But he's going to ring me now and tell me, bruv, how are you man sitting there talking about the earth's round? Have you not watched this? Have you not seen that? This documentary
mad, bruv,
here
that's me.
and this, that. What happens when this happens?
And also, boom, there you go. I've got a friend who thinks the earth's flat as well, who knows the earth's flat as well, sorry. And we don't argue on it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I find something to be true, act on it, but don't enforce it. So what I would say is, why'd you think that? Boom. Oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You're not violating nothing. You know what I'm saying? If it's something where they say, no, man, Jamie, I believe that every time I walk into your house, I need to slap you in the face because I'll be like, now you're violating. You get me? Cool. We have the disagreement. But if someone thinks something and there's no harm in it, bruv, or someone said something in the past and you can see, okay, boom, boom, there's no harm in that, bruv. Like, allow it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes as well, see, like the violation thing, yeah, doesn't necessarily mean for me that I'm gonna act on it. It's all circumstantial, yeah. Did you ever see that episode that we did about we had a conversation where we was talking about whether white people could tell black jokes, yeah?
Yeah.
And in that conversation, I can't remember the full context because it wasn't just about white people telling black jokes. It was like something along the lines of, do black people get a pass when it comes to telling white jokes?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, yeah, I feel like we do sometimes. But my thing was ultimately this. I am never going to tell somebody, like a comedian in particular, what type of joke he should or shouldn't say. Yeah. Right now, in this day and age, a comedian comes out and he says something that people don't like and then they get upset. Yeah. So ultimately, and then it's almost like they call for this person to lose a job or whatever it is, or opportunity. You saw it with Kevin Hart, for example, yeah. My thing has always been this. You, especially as a comedian, should be able to say what you want on the stage as a joke. What you do say, though, will determine whether I like you or whether I don't like you. And if I don't like you, that's okay. So that maybe I'm keeping the same energy and saying that, like, I don't mind hearing someone say a race joke, say a black person's telling a joke on a white person or whatever it is. But I also keep the same energy of, like, a white person could tell a black joke. I may not like this joke. I may not like it. And it might mean that I'm not going to like you, but I'm not necessarily going to call for an opportunity to be cut off your head because you know what? Say what you want to say, but this is going to determine whether I check for you or whether I don't check for you. I don't particularly believe in silencing people. Do you get me? Because not only, like, okay, of course you can change as a person, and that still might mean that I'm still never gonna fuck with you because you get what you said may have cut too deep. Do you get me? But also with that, it's that, like, you are expressing who you are as a person, and the more that we see who people can be, is the better. You know, so we all know where we kind of stand in this thing. And I'd prefer that, if you ask me.
It's society, bro. That's what it is. Like I said, all over the world, societies are different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might think you're being polite. Remember there was an advert, I think it was like HSBC or something, when they showed hand signs that you do and whatever. In some countries it's good, some countries it's swearing, some countries whatever. You don't know people's culture. You know what I'm saying? If you go to some places, you might have to prostrate when you see your elders. And if you don't do that, you're rude. So, like, I might take my wife somewhere, she doesn't do it, and then she's rude, but she's being as polite as she can. She doesn't know their culture. You know what I'm saying? I might get taken somewhere, I don't know someone's culture, and I'm being rude because I didn't take off my shoes when I did, you know, or whatever it is. Like, cultures are all different. You know what I'm saying? And I literally don't subscribe to any. I'm just me. I'm like, I know you can't live with no culture. You can't live with no rules. You can't live with no rules. There's no rules. Yeah. Shout out to Specs. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I live, literally. I live literally like there's no rules except for the basics, bruv.
Yeah, I can
the
tell
basics,
still.
You know what I'm saying? So,
like the law of the land.
Yeah, nothing really is going to offend me. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Like, but it's like I said, I don't enforce this. This is my opinion. Things
do offend me, but more times sometimes it just depends on where it's coming from.
I have to care. You could offend me. Someone I know could offend me. But if I see just name a random, not name, they have to name them, but it's a random Good Morning Television or I don't know, BBC News anchor or someone like that, says something. It could be anything. I don't even care, bruv. Yeah. I don't care. I see everyone getting upset, like, nah, man, someone will tweet, nah, don't let them do this. This is how they always try and portray us and da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, yeah, I understand. I do 100% understand what you're saying. Cool. But I don't care, bruv. Yeah, on them. Like, I don't need them. You know what I'm saying? I literally feel like I had nothing. I struggled. I fought my way through. And now I'm here. I ain't going to try and care about nothing. I'll care about people that I'm trying to help. Yeah. But people that are doing things that I didn't like before and are still doing it, I don't care, bruv. Like, you ain't gonna get my energy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get my energy at all.
More time as well. See, for me, maybe I'm going a little bit off topic, but like, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, more on not, like, even when I do feel some type of way, not telling somebody that they shouldn't do it, but just explaining to them that it makes me feel some type of way, and then for them to choose whether they are going to carry on doing it or whether I'm just not going to fuck with you at all. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
that's
for example, yeah. So this is not personal, by the way. I've had a conversation with Poet about this as well, but I'll talk about it loud. And like this had certain, like people kept hitting me about, like man are like on Gasworks, like, and keeps going at you all the time. Like, what's going on? And people that were close to me were feeling some type of way about it. Yeah. And then like, I like him. So I'm like, I didn't really watch it too much, but when people are sending it to me, then like people that are very close to me that are kind of like, what is that about sort of thing. Yeah. What it did was one morning when it happened, naturally, I'm not a person who wakes up. I don't spring up out of bed. Man that know me, I'm not, hey, everyone, it's Monday. Hey, I'm not like that. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm not necessarily on the vibe. Someone sent me something and then I've had a conversation with Poet on the phone. And when we was talking about it, I was saying, look, because he was like, I'm going to like get him to apologize. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, don't do that. This is not me saying for you to go and tell him to stop or for whatever. I'm just letting you know that this is making me feel some type of way or making people. What it is that you can carry on doing it.
Yeah, but you're creating something.
Yeah, but then you might just be creating something. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but I would never tell anyone to stop doing it. You know, like sometimes these things come because, like, naturally we all crack joke at each other. Do you know what I mean? And one joke is cool, 2 jokes is all right. But when it's like 3, 4, or 5, naturally sometimes you might be like, Like also, we don't really have that type of, thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to make it aware, and then whatever happens after that, happens after that. But I'm not a person who's ever going to stop somebody and say, you should stop saying that. I feel like it's for you as a person to work out whether, you know what, cool, I'm running with it, or you know what? Nah, I'm not even really.
That's 100% what I do. I can't even tell you the stories of why I do it because they're all like family related and stuff like that. Like where things happen, and I would say, I just want to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'll see what happens. I'll let you know what's happening with me, and whatever you want to do, you do. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see. I don't want to control people.
Do you reckon you'll be like that a lot with your daughter as well?
100%.
Yeah. More less of don't do that.
Nah, the only don'ts you're going to get is if it's going to hurt you and you don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So if she's going to do something and she doesn't know it's going to hurt her, I'll say, don't do it. And I'll say, why not to do it? Like, even now, scissors, fire, lighters, gas, stove, you know what I mean? Like, cracked glass, whatever. Hot heat, hot radiators. I'll say, don't touch that, hot. Don't touch that, whatever. And I'll put my hand on it and I'll go, hot. And I'll put a hand near it and I'll let her feel the heat. And she'll be like straight away, she'll touch it and feel it. She knows. And she knows why. I want to say, don't touch that. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch that scissors. Don't touch the scissors sharp. And I touch it on my hand and I'll be like, ow. I go, ow. And I'll get her finger, touch it on the finger. She's like, even though it's not going to hurt her as much, she just knows that daddy did it and went, ow. Now I touch my finger. Yeah, it is a bit sharp. You know what I mean? She'll feel the tip of it and be like, so she knows now. And then she'll go up there and say no. She'll say no to it because she knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
So I'm just trying to I want to teach. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach her, not tell her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to tell her, don't do that. Or do all this stuff.
For the most part, I just don't think that we should tell anyone anything.
You know what I mean?
I think we should just, I just think like enlightening and having conversations and stuff.
Yeah, because they might not know what they're doing, what the effects of it is.
I feel like I learn things better when it's explained to me as opposed to someone just like wiling out. For me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
If you while out, then the message gets lost sometimes. Because then maybe I get my back up, or someone else gets their back up, and it just becomes a whole. Like sometimes that's how sometimes street things on the street happen, you know. Because like sometimes things on the street happen because the first point of call is the while out.
Yeah.
More than just I'm gonna explain to you why I do not. I'm not fucking around with this.
Yeah.
The first thing is does man think I'm a dickhead?
Yeah.
Like I'm whiling out.
Listen, bruv. That's where everything happens. That's where everything happens. You know what I'm saying? When emotions take over logic. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always say. Like I struggle with that myself. Keeping truth and logic as number one, paramount. Because emotions take over and you start doing everything. You start talking about things that are not even happening now. You could have had arguments with someone, resolve them, they're finished, done. You're friends for years. And if something happens, and because you don't be logical and talk about it, and you go, see, and you bring up something because you're angry, you know what I mean, bring up what happened before, and you start arguing about something you've already solved.
But sometimes, you know, when you bring something up that's happened before, you're not always over it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes I'm not over that.
Maybe.
Because you know what? Okay, this is how I've been in my previous
maybe.
relationships and stuff as well. Yeah, I'm not saying this is right.
Yeah.
But, boom, I'm in a relationship with somebody. She does something that irritates me or gets on my nerves. Maybe I explain this to her that it's got on my nerves. Yeah, this is why it's got on my nerves or whatnot. That's it. It's over with now. Yeah, but she didn't really like in the conversation. It comes like she's challenging me a bit, and it's like she didn't really get it. But it's like she's on that thing of, you know what, cool, whatever. Like I'm sorry, whatever it may be. But still, deep down, I'm feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
But we've let it go because you know what I mean. Sometimes you have these arguments in relationships, and it's no
Yeah.
big problem. Yeah, and then now, 6 months later. Or 7 months later, or however much time later has come, yeah, something similar has happened, and the first thing I do is resort to it happening last time, because I didn't get over it the first time. I didn't love it that time, and maybe I could still be in the right for bringing it up. Do you get what I'm saying? That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm in the wrong, but usually if it comes up before, it hasn't fully been, you ain't fully rested that.
Yeah. Do you know what though? With me, I let everything be known. I'm a super open book. You know what I'm saying? So even if I bring something up and it's because it's not, I ain't fully let it go. Trust me, before, even in good times, I've let her know that I'm not feeling whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So imagine, let's think of something so trivial like dishwasher loading. When you put the forks and spoons and stuff in the dishwasher, put them upright. And if you're putting the sharp knives in, put them face down so you don't cut your hands as you're picking them up. But forks and spoons upright because they're less likely to spoon each other. If you put them upside down, they've only got like a few rotations and then they're going to spoon each other and they won't wash as well. You know what I'm saying? So put them upright so they're facing up and everything's fine and dandy. If I say that, yeah, and then one day they're down, I'll take them out and one spoon spooned another spoon, I'll pull them apart and there's gunk in between. I'm like, flipping hell. I say, listen, man, I said, come on, man. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, even on a good day when everything's popping, just got paid, we're going to go do a photo shoot, family, whatever, we're going to do whatever. And I'm quickly loading the dishwasher and we're happy. I'll be like, let me load the dishwasher, man, because you can't, I'll say it in good times as well, even though, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's
it's
true.
an ongoing thing.
So it's not always argumentative.
I'm open. If I think something, I have to say it, man. I have to say it.
I hear that still.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll say it in good time. So even if there's another bad time, this is so minor, by the way. We do not argue about dishwasher. But even if there's a bad time again, we're having a massive argument, we're going to break up over a dishwasher, I can say it and feel good saying it because I know, when I say it, you know it's true. Because sometimes, because you have to think as well in arguments, I always think this. In an argument, the other person you're arguing with feels exactly like you. Like when you're arguing, you feel like you're right and they should fucking just die on the spot right now because you're right. They're a fucking piece of shit. Yeah? But that's how they feel about you, and they don't feel like that about you, and feel like they're lying about it. They really deep down feel like fuck this guy. You know what I'm saying? The same way you're thinking fuck them. So, yeah, when I let it be known in good times, when it comes to the bad time again, I let it be known again. It hits more because they think, rah, he isn't just saying this because he's angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because bare things in an argument I'll hear and I think, you know what? I'm going to try and bring that back up when we're friends because why did you say that? You said it because you're angry, you're chatting shit. You know what I'm saying? But you can't bring this up because you know I said this bare times. You know I mean this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I think it's better if you can bring up something here in a time when you're not angry and there's not things like that. Yeah. Then it's better because when you do say it when you're angry afterwards, then they know how passionate you felt about that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Also, if you just say bring it up when you're angry all the time, it might be a lie. It might be something you just bring up when you're angry, man. It might be a lie. And I don't know. Like I said, it makes you feel alive. When something's happening and everything's good and I can talk about something that's bad and it's cool, I feel like, bro, this is real. Like the relationship feels so real. Like it just feels sick.
Are you an emotional man?
Am I an emotional man? I don't know, you know.
I am.
I don't know, man.
I am.
How? Explain. I don't know, man. I have emotion, obviously.
I think we all have emotions.
I focus on control so much in my life that I'm conscious of my emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like emotion should just flow. You shouldn't be aware of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm super conscious of my emotion. I'm super conscious of my state of mind if I'm in a happy mood.
Yeah, but then isn't that you being aware of your emotions though?
Huh?
If you're conscious of it, then you're kind of aware of it. Surely you would know, like, you know the things that trigger you know the things that make you happy, you know the things that, like, there's obviously bare different shits out there that you because you're still young. You're still young.
But
So
I-
naturally, there's still going to be things that you don't know that are going to not make you happy or make you annoyed, and there's going to be things that are going to make you feel good that you didn't know would make you feel good. But there's a lot of things that you would know that does do that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I
because
know.
I like
so-
control so much. I try and make sure that I have nice balance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. You know, I can't explain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I try and keep my life in order to the point where I know I'm not gonna be so mash up because this. Like, I ain't putting nothing on the line that gonna make me feel terrible. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep a nice little balance where my life's just going through so normally that I don't feel like I'm an emotional. When you say emotional man, I feel like an emotional, not a wreck, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm all over the place.
But
like,
that's the
sometimes.
misconception, though.
Yeah.
Because like the misconception, is, all right, this okay. Let me explain this, So when you say art, it's like if you say I'm emotional, naturally people think that you're a person who cries all of the time, or you are like the emotions that you show are sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it comes from that sensitive place.
And it's
you're-
negatively.
Yeah, it's- all right then.
It's viewed negatively.
But have you noticed, that somebody that goes out on street and that punches up bare man, for example, is always on some type of crud, is not necessarily seen as emotional. But really, he's emotional.
Yeah,
Because
sorry,
if
yeah.
he's going out and someone says something to him every minute and he's wilding out and feeling some type of way about it, that's him showing emotion and him being emotional.
Yeah.
It's just that he's maybe not channeling his emotions in the best way.
Yeah.
So he's going out and he's just wilding out on people and doing all of that type of stuff. So that's the thing. So even when I say, do you know what, I'm an emotional person, innit? Like I feel like when certain things happen, I feel it. Like
You know
whether it
what?
is
I am. Sorry.
I feel emotions in a big way, But as I've got older, I've got better at channeling my energy in how in what emotions I show.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And who also can trigger certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? Like sometimes as like we were saying before, the people that I'm close with and all of that, sometimes they can trigger emotions in me quite quickly. People that good or bad. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna while out or I'm gonna do whatever it is, but deep down inside, I feel it, innit? But outside of that, it's a lot harder for somebody to do that. However, I think maybe that's just because I've been able to control how I project it, and also have an understanding of like what deserves energy, whether it's good or bad, and what doesn't deserve energy. Do you get me?
Bro, you're saying everything, man.
And it's mad
I don't
because
even talk. I swear, everything you're saying is like you're like a flipping psychic right now. One of them mind reader, flipping palm reader, flipping people. Everything you're saying, 100% is exactly what I want to say. Everything, fam. 100%. Everything, fam. I'm definitely an emotional man.
we
And
just find it hard to just say it, really, innit? Oh yeah, but like if somebody asks you more time, again,
It sounds-
that's emotional.
Yeah.
If somebody says to you,
Are
"Are
you
you
an emotional
emotional?"
man?
and you respond, "Nah," what?
Yeah,
man ain't
yeah,
emotional.
yeah.
You're emotional,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like that is the way that you've acted to that.
To that,
is, is emotional.
Yeah, but 100%, I think, because when you think about emotions on a broader scale, positive and negative, the amount of positive emotion I show is off the scale, so I must be emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be sitting there, and I'll be sitting there gaming, and I'll hear bang, I'll turn around, and as my daughter runs in, and it's like, Dad, and I'm like, oh, like, it kills me. Like, oh my God, like, oh, I move the camera away, because like, I'm going crazy, like, because for that 30 minutes, I've been locked into this zone, like trying to murk. I'm forgetting my actual life's happening. As soon as my life hits me, bam, I'm like, oh my God, man, I'm
Everything
blessed.
else is-
Like, oh my God, pick her up, and then Sarah's in the corridor, like, yeah, put it in the bath, like, oh, I'll go out, I'll leave this computer, go into the bathroom, put it in the bath, like, I'm buzzing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm buzzing off emotion. It's just that it's probably that I haven't had any terrible, like, I've not been through so much, everyone's been through a lot, but like, I've seen so much that the only terrible things that can happen to me now are loss of life. I say it in my lyric, like, loss of life is the only meaning of pain now for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens to me, anything, bruv, like anything, like I don't even care about anything no more. It's weird, bruv. No, it's not weird because it's normal. Because you shouldn't really care. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't really care about the things you care about. But literally anything can get taken away, and I'm like, oh,
sometimes
rah.
we care about. Sometimes we spend too much time caring about things that don't even that in the bigger thing doesn't really mean anything. And you know what? Sorry,
don't know
to
why,
even
though.
interrupt you, but that even goes to like I got a friend, female friend,
Yeah.
She's like going through these isms and schisms with men, whatever it is, yeah. So like, what will happen is, and this happens all of the time, she'll laugh when she hears this, yeah. So she'll ring me and she'll ask me my opinion from a man's point of view.
Yeah.
If you like a girl, like, would you ask her what's going on this weekend, and would you like be making an effort to see her?
Yeah.
And I'm always like, well, it also depends on a lot of different things, innit? Like, I don't know the conversations you've
Ain't
had,
that simple.
all of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
things. Do you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? When was the last time you saw him? I saw him on the weekend. Okay, cool. And it's Monday today. So he hasn't asked you already. You've seen him on Saturday. It's Monday. He hasn't asked you if what you're doing on the weekend. Now you're freaking out.
Yeah.
So now it's a big whole conversation. 45 minutes we're having on the phone about this whole thing. And I'm like, but really, it's not a big deal that he hasn't asked you. But you know what happens? All of this time, all of this energy, all of this overthinking, you put the phone down. So he rings me back 10 minutes later and says, you'll never guess what happened. What? He just messaged me and asked me what I'm doing this weekend. So you spent all of this time
trying to live his life
all
for
of
him.
this way.
Trying to live his life for him.
Yes.
You don't
And
know
then
what
now
happened. Yeah.
all of that means nothing.
Yeah.
But loss of life is a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I know that, yeah, and I'm not waiting for, but I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it, but I know I will deal with it, obviously. I've got to deal with it.
Have you not experienced it like family?
Closest people to me that have passed, obviously other than my grandparents that I wasn't really close with because I'm living over here, you know what I'm saying, is Lukey.
Yeah.
And you get me, who else close to me has gone? There's no one really close to me in my close circle that's gone, man. You know what I'm saying? So literally my life is still like a movie. It's
Storming,
like
obviously,
like a game.
passed,
Storming
but
as well, MC. Music-wise, Major Ace, there's loads of musicians.
Of course,
that have gone,
But
to me,
close to you.
Even
like,
musicians
other
to
people.
me are like superheroes that I see at times, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm not around them anyway for me to experience them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's why even nowadays, especially with the internet, actors and celebrities that pass away, people don't even know no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll say to someone, I'll insert random person's name here. Are they still alive? And people are like, I don't know. Yeah. Of course they are. Google now they passed away. Like people don't realize because they exist without them being alive. If you know what I mean, they exist on your phone, they exist on your TV, they exist on your MP3 player, they exist in these places where you experience them. So they don't have to be alive for you to experience them. If you know what I'm saying. Whereas a friend or member of family, they only exist when they're messaging you, when they're talking to you, when they're sending you pictures. You know what I mean? Like they don't exist in any other way. Like I can't experience. You know what I'm saying? So when they go and I know that's it, never again. You know what I'm saying? Now I've got nothing left of them again. That's when I know the next pain. But other than that, literally any possession of mine, breaks, stolen, anything, bruv.
I know your whole car.
Yeah, bruv, anything.
Bruv, a man,
anything.
what was it? You got your car got robbed, didn't
Listen to me. First, I thought I was addicted to the internet because obviously I'm in a relationship where the person tells me, get off your phone. You're always on your phone. Da, 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 da. Everyone in every relationship must have this. You're always on your phone. You're always on your phone. And I'm like, I'm not on my phone like everyone else. You know what I mean? When I'm on my phone, I'm actually hyper active on my phone, messaging everyone, busting a million jokes, reading a million things, and then I come off it. You get me? It's not like I'm on there just bored.
Oh, okay.
I'm not on my phone ever just bored looking at everyone's life, and never, ever. I'm on there with input. There's more input than output with my phone, you know what I'm saying? But boom, I've done it bare times. I said, let me just come offline for a month. Let me just come offline for a day. Let me just come offline. I've done it bare times to come offline and go back on the next month. And I think, that wasn't that bad. Then I said last year, let's have a couple months or whatever where we all come offline and we have a website.
You said that 2 years ago on the 100th episode, by the way.
Is it?
Can we say, on the first video that we put up, that was the first thing you said 2 years ago on that.
Come offline.
And no one was saying it. No one was saying it.
Come offline, exactly. Boom. Come offline. First I thought, let's everyone have a day offline. Let's go out. It'll be mad. Like no one's online, even though no one's gonna. It's like a thought in it. No one's ever gonna do that. People are gonna flip in, bring their phones everywhere. But then I thought, let's come offline for a while and set up a page where we have like one Eskimo dance rave, one link up at Cook Daily, one, you know what I'm saying? Bare different things. The month is packed. Like every week there's like 3 things to do or 2 things to do. You can go to them, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Grime MCFM on this date, whatever. So you're offline and you're going to these things, you're just meeting people. That'll be a mad experience. That'll be like how we used to live. That'll be life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me anyway, that's what life is to me. Going out, meeting people, being alive while you're here, man. Like living while you're here. I thought, let's do that. But I thought it's going to be hard to organise, boom, 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 whatever. And the year was coming to an end and I thought, I thought, so I started sending this week, like, yeah, who's coming offline with me then? Like, and no one was on it. Like, when I tweeted it first, everyone was like, yeah, that'll be sick. When I said, who's coming offline with me? And everyone was just trolling, like, nah, man, see you next year. Like, nah, man, Jamie. Nah. So I thought, rah. Then once New Year's hit, I've got like some weird OCD. I know people with OCD are going to cuss me, but I got a weird kind of OCD-ish thing where if I think something and you know what I mean? I feel it, I go with it. I don't know why. As long as it's not going to harm me, I'll go with it. Bare things. Like, and that was one of the things I thought, let me just try it. Because am I addicted to the internet? Am I addicted to Twitter? Am I addicted? Let me try it. And I just ducked off. You get me? And I thought that I couldn't survive. I didn't think I couldn't survive, but I thought it would make me feel a way. I thought I'd be a certain way.
Did you feel like you was addicted?
Nothing.
Like when you assessed it, did you think, before you did it, did you think you was addicted?
Nah, I don't think I was addicted. I just thought that I'm using it in a good way and people ain't using it. No one's using it like me. So if anyone was using it as much as me, but in their own way, they'll be addicted. But because the way I'm using it, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I can't find an analogy to match it up with. You know what I'm saying?
I've got something that I want to say though, because it just came to my head when you was saying it. Yeah. See, when you asked everyone, like who's coming offline with you, yeah. Do you know why I think that the majority, like a lot of people, just wasn't on that one? Because straight away, cool. Okay, I'm gonna come offline, yeah, for the month or whatever it may be, but I've got no one to interact with, and I don't know if like, say for example, if you said, okay, boom, like who's coming holiday with me or whatever, let's come holiday.
That's bad.
Wait, let's look at. I know. I'm not saying I know. Yeah. But if you said, like who's coming holidays, put phones away, whatever. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm on that. Everyone puts phones away. We're on holiday together.
Yeah.
So we're in the vibe together. But when it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna come offline. Once I come offline, I'm in the dance by myself.
I know what you're saying, exactly. That's a good point.
So that's why no one. Do you know it's FOMO?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
FOMO. That's why no one would do it. Because you don't want to be on the dance by yourself.
That's my latest lyric. I haven't even written it. I've just written it in notes to write this lyric, bruv. That FOMO does not exist with me. My life is the life. Big up Israel Adesanya, because he said it as well. He's player one, bruv. He's player one. His life is the life, bruv. Your life is the life, bruv. You ain't missing nothing. You can't miss nothing. It's your life. You're living your life and you go. Like what everyone else experiences is what they're experiencing. You can't try and get everyone's life. You got your own life. So if I come offline, cool, I'm missing out on the banks. I'm missing out on this person getting cancelled. I'm missing out on this person getting robbed. I'm missing out on this person winning this money. Missing out on this person's arguing with that person. But I'm not missing it because it's not happening. Because I'm living my life. Like right now, how many things are you missing out on? In the world, bruv. Right now, all over the whole world, things are happening all over the world, bruv. You're missing all of them, but it doesn't matter because it's not in your life.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not in your life. It only matters if you think it matters because you're on the internet believing that it's your life. Yeah. And that's where you get the life you're living in your head and the life you're living in real life, and you end up with flipping anxiety and problems when you go to try and live that life in real life because you're like, I don't really live this life. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't living it anyway, but online you was, and you believed it, and it's not happening. Yeah. So yeah, that FOMO isn't even real, bro. Once you come offline, like I said, I didn't realize nothing different with me. I realized things different with everyone else. I realize now when I pull out my camera to record, it's to record because I'm gonna send it back to the group in the chat, or I'm gonna put it on my iPhotos to keep and show my child when she's older. Boom, boom, boom. But when I'm with someone else, they pull out their phone to record. I feel like, let me lean back out of this video because that's not for them. Yeah. I know it's everyone else doing stuff, not me. You know what I'm saying? I thought I would recognize more that, I don't bring my phone out as much. My battery's lasting longer. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to record as much because now I ain't got to tweet it. But I do the exact same thing, but it's for me and for my friends, my family. Whereas people around me now, I've got to question everything they're doing because I think, they're online. You know what I'm saying? So if something's happening and someone's filming it and sick, and something happened and someone's going, shouting louder, then everyone, I'm like, okay. You know why? I know why he's shouting as loud.
Of course, yeah.
I might be recording it and trying to be quiet because I want to make sure that when we watch it back, people hear everything back in the whole video. Whereas they don't care if people hear the video back because they're not trying to record it for that. They're recording it so everyone can see them and see how gassed they are.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how funny that is? Bruv, you know when someone's recording when they are being super loud. So if something...
Fam, I swear. I know
if something's happening... Yeah, that's true. It's something like some people will see some shit and be like, "Oh shit," but if someone's recording that, it becomes, "Oh shit!"
It's projected. Yeah. It's projected, bro. So yeah, that's one thing I did anyway, and that's like It sounds mad, but that's like one of the biggest things that I thought would affect me is jumping off line. And it's nothing, bruv. And then, boom, yeah, car stolen, bruv. They thought it was my neighbour's car. They was waving the thing outside my neighbour's house, trying to steal the car from my neighbour. It took him ages because obviously that thing's got a distance to the key. Waving it for ages.
Late in the night.
No, it was like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It wasn't even late. I was awake. If they was doing it outside my house, I've got cameras, drive cameras, front camera. I would have seen them. But they're outside my neighbour's house. They think it's his. Time. Got it. Jumped in the car. Couldn't start. Waving it. Time, bro. Like, it's so easy to catch them. And when I bought, that's the only car. Like when I've passed my test, I was driving my dad's green A class. I drove it up and down the country on tour with Shorty. Yeah. Then I got my own car. Bought a 5 Series. I was gassed. Second hand from British Car Auction. 5 Series matte black. I was gassed. Yeah. Second hand though, didn't care. Sick. Then I bought X6. Second hand again. Gassed. Sick. Then I saved up all my money. Sold my X6. Drove my wife's smart car for like 6 months. Everywhere, saving my money for the Tesla because I wanted that car so bad, bruv. Bought it brand new, paid top price, everything. Bought it early, like it's cheaper now. Bought it, did every upgrade, autopilot, everything, bruv. Higher spec, went and got it, collected it, pulled the cloth off it, everything, brand new, 0 miles on the dash, like everything. Took it out the showroom, put my foot down. I thought this car is one of the first electric cars in the world. I'm gonna be the granddad that has this electric car in their drive that everyone thinks is old, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is one of the first ones, polishing it, cleaning it, get me out of my car. I thought if you would have asked me then, if someone steals this car, what would you do? I would have been like, I'd be going crazy. I'll be messaging everyone to look for it. I'll have all the people on my car bridges on Instagram to look out for it. I'll send a thing, you know what I mean? I'll be going, bruv, the car got stolen. I walked out the next day with my daughter in my arms to put the bins back. Didn't see my car there, and I thought, bruh. Then I thought, maybe someone came round yesterday and I parked my car over there because they was on my drive. As I went to turn to look where I would have parked my car, I stopped myself. I thought, nah, you didn't, Jamie. You're just being dumb. You parked there. You know you did. Your car's been stolen. And I laughed.
Do you know what?
I started laughing.
Do you know it's funny? I saw that
care.
you was because obviously I'm in this group with you as well, yeah? And like, so just for context, yeah? Jamie has gone in a group, yeah? And like put a video. I thought you was joking. I've never seen anyone so relaxed about having their car stolen. You've put a video in there and you're just like, rah, yeah, I've just come out here and my car's gone. And that's it. And like, so everyone's like, what? Like, are you all right? Is it what's happening? You're like, yeah, man, it's cool. Don't worry.
People were vexed more than me.
Bro. Because it was like, what? It's a violation. It's all these different types of things.
Not your car, blood. No.
Your level of acceptance, immediate acceptance was, bro. In that context is hard to see. It's hard to you don't see it, but yeah, I could see that. That shows like obviously that's maybe testament to your character. You don't place value in that type.
I don't know. I do place value in it, but at the same time, I don't think it's a combination of things. I don't know whether it's because I've come from nothing, having nothing, sharing everything, my whole family, from clothes, school uniforms, whatever, no whip, nothing. You get me? Dead like Datsun Cherry. My mum had a Nissan Cherry. Get me, taking the whole of my area, Meridian Walk, everyone cram in that car and go to the same school, like squeeze in, you get me? Like we come from nothing and that was good, that was fun. So now when I've got a bit of excess, like I don't know whether it's that or whether it's the fact that I would never want to, not even pricks, because I was someone that was doing moves, you get me? But I wasn't taking 100 whatever whips of, you know what I'm saying? But I was doing little moves. But I wouldn't want them dons to be able to affect my life. You know what I'm saying? That's the same reason why when someone said, oh, why don't you clash people? Why don't you rap people? Because I'll think, I've got to put a lot of effort. I've got to research man's life. I've got to go in. I have to become that person and tear them apart. And I don't know who is worth me. To me, I don't know who's worth my time like that to do that with. No one's worth that. No one's done nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. Same way with them guys. Them two people waved the wand and get in the car. Cool, you bought a £300 kit off eBay and took a car. You must have been gassed driving off. Silent like, wow. Like, you must have been super gassed. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you must have felt so good. Cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That's a big move.
Big move. You must feel like, oh my God, we hit the belly.
I'm not a car thief, but mate, I'm not going to lie. If I did that move and I got me a Tesla and the thing worked. Because you know what it is as well? You know what it's like. Well, not that you know that what that's like, but you know someone, you know when you're in the yard around the man them and that, or whoever, and then the brethren comes in and he's like, fam, I've got this thing that can censor the key
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
of these
You
type
wanna
of things.
test
And you're
it?
like, what?
I know you might say, let's try. Like, I might have gone to a
And
car
then
park and tried it. Like, wave it outside the Nando's, wave it outside the McDonald's, and keep going around the car, see which car opens, and just open the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm at the stage of my life now. I would not do anything like that. But if I was ever gonna do something like that, I'll drive the whip around. I'll just park it back. I just want to know, right, it worked.
It worked.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
But
But
even
even then,
I know, because you're in a good place where you're comfortable. Some people ain't got much, bro. Then that because you can't. Obviously, if you do it to a range or whatever, you can ship that abroad. And I'm giving away bare stuff. But yeah, if you do it with a certain car, you get me. You can ship that abroad. You can allegedly clip that. You can ship. you can ship that abroad or whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But with a Tesla, you can't really do much of it because it can't be supercharged again. You can't use the screen again. So the best thing you can do is break that down, sell that for parts, sell the wheels, sell everything. You know what I'm saying? Get your P, and that's your nice spread. That's your nice spread for how long? You know what I'm saying? So good on them. Like, I don't mind. I hold nothing against them.
dealt with that
If I find out who it was and I see them, I don't nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't inconvenience me in any way. Luckily, you know what I'm saying? But I realized I didn't care. You get me? The other day I was playing my computer, bro. I have my PC. I got a Mac and a PC. Mac for music and business. PC for gaming and gaming. That's it. Get me? With my man them. Boom. We're online gaming. We're in gaming. We're chatting on Discord. Big conversation. Sitting there chatting on Discord. Big conversation. Turns off. For raw. Plugged in, check the power brick, everything. Thing's blown, fam. The liquid cooler, bare technical terms, but they used copper and aluminium on the cooling block, which is bad because of corrosion. And when I cut the pipes to see the liquid cooling in the computer, there's bare little bits of metal, like it's eroding in there. So the liquid cooling wasn't really working. It wasn't efficient. The computer got too hot. Something blew in there. My computer blew, bro. That's what I've been like this whole year when I've been offline. I've been online with my people, you know, whether it's in the iMessage group,
of course,
whether it's in Discord with my gaming,
like a different type of
online. I've been online in my own way, in my own little social group, but that was a big major group. Disconnected, bam. I went downstairs. I was like, "Raw, you know, my computer is gone. I've got to get a new computer. It's finished. It's long because it's not like a big computer where you can replace one part. It's like a small pre-built computer where everything's compact, and if something blows, they're all bespoke.
So
parts.
now you're fully offline.
So, no, I had to get a new computer, but like I'm saying, I was blessed. I'll get to this. Yeah, boom. But I didn't care. I sat downstairs and I thought, raw. And then I normally sit downstairs anyway.
What did you do? You know?
Normally I sit downstairs while she's watching TV, Netflix, whatever. Then after I have a little cuddle, snuggle, whatever, I just go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Then I've sat down, cool. I went to get up and I thought, where am I going?
Yeah, exactly.
Where the fuck? I got no car to go nowhere outside. Upstairs is just nothing. I can make music. I just chill, make music, but it's late. I can't make music actually. It's
And
late.
that's a
I
vibes
can make
thing
music
as
with
well.
headphones and a sub pack.
Yeah.
But there's not much I can do. Everyone's online. Call of Duty just come out that night, midnight. It was the midnight of Call of Duty launch. Everyone's gonna be online. What can I do? I thought, rah, nothing.
So you just sat there on like what? Blank
Nothing.
TV off, everything.
No, she was watching TV. I sat there with her, chilling, went on my phone, went in the group, started chatting in the group, letting everyone know what's happening because everyone's messaging me like, "Bro, where'd you go?" I'm like, "Nah, my computer's blown, man. I have to get a new one." Thought at least I'm privileged enough to get a new computer as well.
Yeah,
I went to look
of
for a new one. Bruv, I went to buy the new computer. Then my friend that worked at another company, who was meant to take me to LA for the COD launch, who couldn't, it all fell apart. He said, "Let me buy the computer for you. Let us get the computer for you. You're gonna stream Call of Duty and everything anyway. Let me do it. Let us know when you're streaming. We'll get it done for you, bruv." And the computer that I had purchased button ready. The only reason I didn't buy it is because I wanted it next day. So I was looking for the next day option. I said, "Nah, don't worry, I've got it." He said, "Nah, Jamie, what is it?" I sent him a link. He said, "Yeah, don't worry, we're doing it now." Got me the computer. I got the sickest computer ever now.
Oh yeah.
Get me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's
So it
neat.
came
So
back.
yeah. It worked out alright. It worked
came back.
It
You know what I'm
worked out
saying?
more than good for you.
With
still.
the car didn't. You get me? I got paid like less than half than what I paid for the car with insurance because, like I said, I paid a premium for getting it early.
Yeah.
Also, with a Tesla, it's so hard to get your money back on it because unless you sell it right, when you buy it, they let you know within 3 years we'll do this, blah blah boom. They give you a little sales plan. But if you just want to resell it, it's hard, especially if you bought the earlier ones because they don't sell them no more. So you can't find a like for like car anywhere because all the newer cars are different. They're not even P90, these no, they're P100s. They're not even called that no more. They're just called long range. Like it's all different. So it's hard to find it. And then they're looking for a car to find the same match as mine to pay me out. But then there's no car with the same interior as mine. There's no car with, you know what I mean? Like they're not matching. There's no, and then
that should not stop them from not giving you your piece.
Bruv, it's hard, man. It was hard. The guy said to me, the best thing you can do is go to court, get a few extra grand. I was like,
and then you got to pay a few.
I was like again, them brothers that come and took my whip, they're not sending me to court. I'm not going to court because two brothers come to my drive and took my car. Yeah, I'm not going to go and wear a suit, go to court.
But that costs peas. So you're saying you're going to do that anyway. They're saying do that for a few extra grand. But you got to pay a few extra grand to get the few extra grand. So then you're going to get nothing. Really?
I got paid out half and I thought, you know what?
Cool.
Nothing's going to pay me back in them 4 years of me having that whip. I loved it. I was good. I got pictures. I got videos. It was cool.
It's calm.
Boom. I'm wait. Something's going to happen. So the PC got sorted within 48 hours. The car will get sorted within a year or two. I don't know.
Well, listen, anyway, God, there's like a few other things I was going to bring up
Yeah.
before we talk about some other shit, yeah. But
Yeah.
like, but now we're here, might as well just bring this up quick. But like, now, remember, before, when you came on the 100th episode, we was having that conversation about, obviously, the likes and all of these type of things, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
yeah.
Instagram now
Yeah.
are doing that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're taking it away.
Taken away.
Yeah, they're taking it away, yeah. And the thing is, do you know what? Like, I agreed. See, when you was explaining the fact of like the likes and stuff and
Yeah.
taking them off and all of that, yeah. I believe that with art, it should still be like that. I feel like with art, really, we should only be judging it based off whether we think it is good or not good, yeah. And sometimes when you have all of these likes and these comments and all these other things, yeah, especially for young people, it gives them a false sense of believing what is sick and what is not sick, and what is popping and what's not popping because something doesn't have these likes and whatever, yeah. But when like the conversation with like anxiety, depression, and all of these things come up in regards to Instagram likes and whatnot, yeah, I personally just don't even think that the taking it away thing does anything when it comes to that. I don't believe their reasoning for why they want to do it. I believe that obviously there's a financial reason for why they're doing this thing in the first place, purely because I would like to say that most people that like have at least just a small element of understanding is that like, yeah, you take them away visually for everyone else to see, but you still see it. So if you have depression, anxiety, or it makes you feel some type of way, even when you put that picture up, you know that it's only getting this or it's only getting that.
Yeah.
So naturally, that's not going to fix how you will feel internally. It does nothing. Especially if people start taking screenshots of what they're getting.
I know, but that shows who you are. If you should, basically, what it is, yeah, it does something, but not. I know what you're saying, but it doesn't do. It doesn't do the whole thing.
It doesn't fix the problem.
You can't. I don't think there's a way to fix the whole problem. It's society. That's like saying
true.
that's like people trying to stop knife crime. How can you stop knife crime? Knife crime is just crime, but they have a knife. So if you can stop knife crime, that means you can stop crime.
Yeah.
You can't stop any crime. Crime's gonna happen no matter what.
That's true.
The way to all you can do is try and lessen it by finding out the reasons to why it's happening and working on the reasons, not working on the result. Don't work on knives. Don't work on like handing your knives. Read this box and give you. I don't know what they're trying to do with actual knives. Work on the reason. What are the reasons? Who's committing knife crime? What are their family backgrounds? What are their status in where they live? Like, you know what I mean? Like, try and help and improve that and see if that helps. You know what I'm saying? Rather than saying, "Oh, you got a knife. Oh, okay, go to jail. Okay, increase the time in jail." What, bruv? You ain't stopping that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that.
So yeah, so them taking away the likes, it's doing a portion of what it should do, or taking away us seeing the likes. It's doing a portion of what it should do, but they can't fix the whole thing. To fix the whole thing, you got to just delete Instagram and let people live their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's not going to happen because they're a company that want to make money.
Yeah.
So they're not going to just delete themselves. They're going to do a tiny thing. And what that does is, it's like your bank balance. If you're trying to make money, you want to make money, and you're going to your bank checking a cash point all the time, and you're seeing you've got low balance, you're trying to do things, trying to hustle, trying to grind, trying to do things, you're going back to the bank, you've got a bit more P's, but it's not much. Cool, you're still going to feel a bit down because you ain't got P's. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a lot less than you would have felt if how much P's you had was on your t-shirt.
Yeah, if everyone was
You know what
displaying
I'm
their
saying?
P's.
So if you had a little LCD on your screen that had the LCD screen on your t-shirt that has your P's, your balance on there, and it was low, you're going to have to, you start wearing big jackets. You know what I mean?
Wasn't there a Black Mirror
start-
thing about that?
Yeah, with the thing above your head or something. And
Yeah, so you could see.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you could see all that stuff, the star rating and stuff, whatever, people will start acting different. You'll start clocking the people, you'll start having slang for people that wear big jackets because you did the big jacket screw because you know they're hiding their P's, or you know what I mean? Things will start happening in society that will start molding around the fact that your likes are on your chest or your money's on your chest.
Yeah.
That's what happened on Instagram. Likes became a currency
Yeah.
where people had loads of likes, they're gonna get more brand deals. They're gonna get they'll get an influx of followers. Like the followers will keep going up higher because of someone follows you, sees you got bare likes, tells their brethren, "Oh, look at this girl, oh, look at this guy." See how much likes they get, and their brethren will check it out. They might follow them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people that are panicking about all that shit,
helps
I don't
spread
think
that.
I don't think it stops your branding and shit.
No, it shouldn't, because if you want to work with a
companies
brand,
will find a way of like, if they want to, if a company, for example, wants to find out like who's doing what or whatever, they can easily just ask.
and even if they shouldn't, like they should know. Likes isn't a way. Like likes happen because of just people pressing a button, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't necessarily
Someone
mean
can do
they fuck
something
with-
bad and then they get bare likes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's-
saying? It's happened already. It's
bro.
happened. It's happened already. People do stuff that's not good, get bare likes, they get blown up, and then their life goes down the pan because they should never have got blown up from what they were doing.
Remind me about it, because I'm going to bring this up in a bit. Yeah, when I talk about the KSI fight and stuff, I just want to talk about something just off.
Yeah.
Something that Eddie Hearn was saying. I don't want to forget that. So remind me
Yeah.
about that, about the likes and shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? Just thinking of that, yeah, it did make me think, yeah, just as you was talking, that really where it could work, even though I do believe that these companies are on financial gain somehow, whatever it may be,
No,
Instagram,
100%.
whatever,
That's what
which is cool. That's business. That's just how this thing works, yeah. Maybe there is an argument to say that this isn't about this generation now, innit? We're doing it for the generation that come next, because then they grow in a time where, of course, there's still going to be social pressures and all of these other things, but we contribute less to that because they will come into the app or be introduced to the app without it being the way that it was. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they'll come into the app with like not knowing people's likes and all of
Yeah.
these different types of shit or whatever. With us, with our generation, it's already kind of fucked
Yeah, we've
because
seen
it's
it happen.
already
We've
been
seen what
happening.
it's
Yeah,
done.
but if you start like trying to do something from the grassroots
Grassroots,
up, then maybe there's more of an argument with that. Do you get me? But did you watch Unnatural Selection? A little bit of it. Oh, bruv, have you seen some of it?
I don't watch anything, man. You told me to watch that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch
I'm not gonna
nothing
lie.
at all. I don't watch anything at all.
Shout out to Netflix, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Netflix are churning over some decent
I haven't watched.
documentaries.
No, I need to
bro.
watch stuff, man. I don't watch things, man. I
Same.
haven't seen Top Boy yet.
What?
Oh,
No.
that's
That is
I
an
swear.
absolute monstrosity.
I'm gonna watch it.
Are you serious?
I watched the last Top Boy all at once, like earlier this year, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this is. I couldn't believe it, but I was so happy. Do you know what? I don't know. I don't like being with everyone, bruv. Man. I don't like being with
I
everyone,
hear
bruv.
that still. But that's
I don't like being with everyone, man.
Isn't there certain things though? Isn't there certain things, Jamie, that is like has exceptions? Like that would have been one exception for the year,
No,
wouldn't it? It would
no,
have.
nothing.
That would have been one
Nothing.
exception.
No, bruv, I'm fed up of being with everyone, bruv. I'm fed up, man. I'm fed up of being with everyone, bruv. I'm fed up. And you know what it is? It's like an anti-movement because of the internet, bruv. Literally. It's just like an opposite movement to the internet. I say this all the time. The internet, I said this today on stream, bruv. The internet is one big room.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the same room. I don't want to be in that room. I used to want to be in the room. I grew up wanting to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? Before the internet, like when the room was basically Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, Crazy Titch and everyone at Sidewinder. I can't get on stage. I remember the day I went to Sidewinder in my Rockaware hat and academics tracksuit and Afro
Yeah, I
puffs
had
out.
one of them.
Afro puffs out the
I had
side.
a couple of them.
Me and Skepta went there. Got
Yeah.
there. The set's happening now. Everyone's jumped on the stage. Barriers. Titch said, come. Titch jumped the barrier and said, come, yeah, he's with me. And security weren't even trying to let him over. When they come to me, they were like, no. I was like, no, he's with me. And it's like, okay, you can go. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I thought, nah. Like, raw, like, I wasn't ready for this room that everyone's in. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready for the reaction I was going to get, or if I was going to get one, you get me? And then I wanted to get in the room when the room was people that I look up to and see, you know what I'm saying? But now the room is just anyone, bruv. It's a massive room.
Do you know what?
I don't wanna be in the
agree.
room, man.
I definitely agree, yeah. But with films, isn't it a tad bit different?
I don't
with
know.
some?
I don't watch nothing, bruv. Name film, I don't watch nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
well, I'm the same.
Only things I've watched is when I've gone to cinema with all of us lot or all of everyone and gone to go and watch the Avengers or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Other than that,
Well, yeah, do you know what? I'm like you, to be fair, because to be honest with you,
I'm going to watch Top Boy,
always
by the
one-
way. I'm going to watch it.
I know you are. Of
I'm
course
going to
you
watch
are,
it.
of course.
100 million%.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
I'm a person anyway, yeah. See, if we're sitting around the table with a bunch of people
Yeah.
and everyone's talking about films and have you seen this and have you seen that, I'm always the one who ain't seen shit. I've seen gangster movies, couple gangster ones and that, UK movies and stuff like that. But other than Paid in Full, that's one of my favourite films. But I ain't seen like a lot of things
I ain't
that
seen
people
that
have
either.
seen, like common films, you know, like Titanic and shit and fucking Avatar, and I ain't seen that. I
See, you
ain't
listen
seen-
to 2 films that I've seen though.
You seen Titanic?
Yeah, my mum's birthday one day, Titanic got re-released, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum's birthday, she made us all go cinema with her to watch it. 'cause she
That's
loves
like
the film.
4 hours, isn't it?
I know.
Oh,
We had to
that
go and
shit
watch it
cost
with
me.
her.
See, even
And
that-
Avatar watched that as well. But
Ain't that 4 hours as well?
Yeah, I ain't seen
Nah,
Paid in Full.
See what I'm saying?
I ain't seen Paid in Full.
Yeah, that's
I
hard.
need to see that. I ain't seen Paid in Full.
Ah,
I ain't seen
but-
bare things, man.
Yeah, but in general, I'm a person who ain't seen much shit. But Unnatural Selection, yeah, is a mad documentary, bruv. I've only actually seen, there's 4 episodes. I've only seen 1 episode, and I will watch
Remember,
all
you
of
told
it,
me- you told me
and
to
then
watch.
I will bring some of it up again, yeah? But bro, basically, it's about genetically modifying humans, yeah? And what they were saying is that they have found, they've found a thing called a genome, yeah? Which is basically, it's like a type of DNA that is coded by 3 or 4 letters. It's A, C, G, and T.
Yeah.
Those are the things that sort of like build people's DNA within their body. So it's like a big piece of, say you got like a piece of paper, yeah? Well, it's more than one piece of paper, but let's just get one piece of paper, yeah? On that piece of paper, it's a DNA coding. It's like a draft of it, yeah? So it will be like, it will say ACGT, whatever, and it will keep going. It will be a certain code. Everyone has a unique code, yeah? Or no, I'm not sure if they're saying everyone has a unique code or if we all have the same code. But what it is, yeah, when you get this piece of paper and you put the code there, it's like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of these letters, yeah, that you have, right, on the back and forth of a piece of paper. If one of the letters are either missing or put incorrectly, that is how you end up having diseases or something not particularly
I know
right
this
with
though.
you.
Yeah, I know
so
this.
what you can do is they can change parts of the code to eradicate certain like diseases or whatever it is, or certain things.
I heard
within the
something
body
about
or
this.
whatever.
I heard something about this
Fam,
on the news.
It's crazy. Yeah, they also like, and they have this thing called CRISPR, yeah, which is like a technique that sort of allows scientists to go into
This is
the DNA.
this is what I watched on the news.
Bro?
Someone's doing it. They're like, they can find out what's gonna happen. They can stop it. Like, wouldn't you want to know if your kid's gonna have this and stop it before the kid was born and blah 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 like that?
Yeah. So it's kind of like they're basically saying, "Oh, boy, if your child's born, like as your child's born or whatever, you could try and figure out, you know, what's wrong with the baby or whatever it
Like
is.
right
And
now,
change the coding.
she's got a rash on the back of her legs here and on her bum and on her side.
The coding
Like,
can change that.
If I'd have known she was gonna have that rash, I
Yes.
could have put a T instead of a G. I could have stopped that rash. Would I have done it? Yes or no? I know what you mean.
It raises massive
mad moral
debate.
issues.
Yes,
mad moral issues.
mad moral issues, because it's like, okay, cool. It's, some people are talking about like evolution, yeah, and just how things have like changing, and people have find it difficult to accept change and all of these different things, yeah. Which in life we do, as people find it hard to accept change and all of that sometimes, yeah. But then there's that other side of like, well, what, like you're playing around with nature, you're playing around with God's work.
I think there's no rules. Let me say this. One, I think there's no rules. 2, I think if I was told to change anything, I just won't change anything, because I literally don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm going to work with what I've got. I'm
What
going
if
to
you got licked down with the big disease though?
When? It matters when though. It matters when. It matters when.
Does it?
Yeah, it matters when, 100%.
But then that means that you do care.
Ooh, yeah, I care about the yeah.
Do you get me?
No, but you're talking because that what was in the news was eye color, like something to do with like
Oh, yeah,
changing
yeah,
the
so
thing
you
and
could
the-
do that with
all
eye
the-
colour,
all those things like that. I don't care, bro.
Yeah,
you
of
know what I'm
course,
saying?
yeah.
If they said, okay, boom, at a very young age, this big disease is gonna lick your child down, then I just think, if I know that in advance, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes sense. Like, come on, man. Like, is there any point in doing this? Because how much quality of life, there you go, the quality of life from that age to that age. And then, you know what I'm saying? If they tell me, oh, Jamie, like, you're gonna, like, when you're 60, I'll be like, I don't care. Like, don't even tell me. I don't want to know.
Well, this is the thing.
Don't even tell me.
Do you know what that does as well? That genetic coding thing there, yeah, is that like, because they were testing it on some animals and that as well, and it was looking at like the life expansion as well, and also the quality of life too. So it's like, with this particular coding, where they've tried it on like 2 of the same like siblings, they're hamsters, yeah, but they're siblings, yeah. They've tried it on 1, and they've compared the 2. It's like one's looking, after a while, one's looking mad old, like it should be, and the other one is still young and kind of. I just think it's mad. Do you know what? When it's showing all of this, in our lifetime, we are not really going to see the full effects of this, I don't think, But at some point, this is going to be just the absolute normality.
Yeah, it's gonna be an app
Everyone
on your
is going to
phone.
be walking around at some point capping their age. That's what they're going to do. Because people are trying to do that now.
Yeah.
They're trying to cap their age by Botox.
I've seen it. No, stem cells and that. Stem cells.
Yeah, what's
Stem cells that can turn into any cell.
Cell, okay, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People do all this stuff. I hear all that. You know what? I think it's each to their own, man. And also, like I'm saying, I've accepted life. I've accepted death, bruv. Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I've accepted it, bruv. I'm not here to like. Life's not about me. I'm experiencing it, bruv. I'm just an experience, and I've got a body to experience it in right now. At this time, I was born at this time. It's a good time to be born. You know what I'm saying? If I was born a few hundred years before, it would be much hard struggle. And a few hundred years after, my mum and dad might have genetically modified me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
I wonder what that shit does to religion.
In my opinion, I feel like I was born at an alright time.
Yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to live my, how many years? 80 to 100 and I might be 120, I reckon. I might lick a big high age.
Nah, bro, you don't want to do that.
I might though. I can't do nothing. It's illegal to top yourself. I can't do nothing.
But I hear that. And you can't top yourself. But let me tell you
not top yourself, it's illegal to...
I was going to say, is it illegal to top yourself?
No, of course it's not.
Oh,
exactly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sorry, it's illegal to... It's illegal to get someone to age to help. You know what I'm saying? To help you.
To help,
You know what I'm saying? People fly to other countries to do all that stuff there.
It's Switzerland, isn't it?
What's that called? Is it euthanasia?
Yeah,
euthanasia. Yeah, they do it in
so
Switzerland.
So if you're big 110, what are you gonna do, bruv?
It's fucked, bro. If you're 110, you're fucked.
I'm cool.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you.
VR gaming and that, I'll be calm, bruv.
Let me tell you,
bruv. I'll be a 110-year-old dude making bangers still,
fam.
Headset on, murking.
Let me tell you something.
I swear.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. Big and serious.
Yeah.
I've come here bare times and celebrated my great grandmother. She's 101.
I know. I've seen you say that quite a few times. Yeah.
Fam, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Like it will be horrible. Not horrible. It will be sad the day that she passes.
Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah.
But bro, like, if it happened today, I wouldn't be mad.
Thank you. Let me tell you one thing. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but you know why that is?
You get upset when people pass away early. Yeah, go on.
The reason why that is because where life becomes unfortunate is your quality of life.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you are 110 and you are able to play games and you're able to do all of that stuff.
2019.
What do you mean?
That's what you're saying.
Oh, what now?
Yeah, she's now.
Yeah, now.
I'm going to be 110 in... I can't bother to do the flipping maths, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be in 2000 and whatever the hell it is going to be. It's going to be mad.
Of course, yeah, that's true. But then by then you might be able to...
It might not be, because we thought that about the year 2000.
You might be able to prolong your death and all of that stuff.
I don't want to prolong it. I don't mind. I'm cool.
Of course.
I don't want to die right now,
anyway,
but I don't care, bro.
The point I'm making is that like
experience.
right now, it's made me think, obviously I go there all the time. I look after her. I go and drop food and do all of these things and whatever, It just makes me think, fucking hell, bruv. I do not want to... I went there the other day. It was sad, actually. I went there the other day and I could hear her. I've gone into the house and I said to her, are you all right? And she just sat there and she was like... She didn't say anything for a while and she was like, I can't do anything. I can't stand up. I can't... And the thing is as well, because of her age now... Even when I'm saying this, how she like that's not how she's saying it because her brain now she's not able to like talk so quickly and fluently or whatever. Yeah. So she's in a place where she's just frustrated. So even when she's frustrated, in general, like as a young person, sometimes when you're frustrated, you get some people that are not good at expressing themselves when they're frustrated. So imagine just being she's old, she's frustrated, she can't do anything. And it's like it's like she's sitting there just waiting to die. And it's like, I remember what was good about her as well is that in her 90s, she was lucky because all the way up to like 94, 5, she was still active, going church, shopping, doing her own thing. So when you spend all of that time being dependent on yourself to then not being dependent on you, having to be dependent on other people and you can't do anything. You have to eat when someone gives you food. You have to go to the toilet when someone helps you to go to the toilet and all that type of stuff. It just makes you think, fuck me, bro. I don't even want to live that long if I do not have a quality of life.
Yeah, I get you. Quality of life, I hear that. But like I said, I don't care, man. It's life. I don't care, bruv. Whatever. Like, how many years did I spend, like my daughter now, growing up with same thing, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing. She's constantly crying, this, to take me here, to outside, go in the car. She wants to be in the car and let's do this in the steering wheel. Like, she just wants to do stuff all the time and she can't because it's not the right time. You've got to go to bed now. So I'm literally feed her when I need to feed her. You know what I'm saying? And you grow up, that's part of life. You grow up, then you get to the age where you can do stuff yourself, boom, 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 boom. And you get back to the age again where you need help again, and that's it.
Well,
that's
you know what they say? There's a saying, once a man, twice a child.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's true. or woman.
They look after, woman as well.
Yeah.
So you're looked after
get
when
cancelled
you're
at
a
that age.
boy. Yeah, okay, of course. Women know I love them. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm sure there'll be somebody that will take this out of context.
Yeah.
And then before I know it now,
Hey, clip
everyone's
that,
on
innit?
Twitter.
Get that snippet there,
well,
bruv.
Whatever, do something with that. I've already had that shit done to me already anyway. But anyway, but yeah, so boom. Now, you're a child, somebody looks after you and helps you grow. And then you become dependent on yourself. You go out into the world, you do your own thing. And then if you're lucky enough.
If you're lucky enough,
to
somebody
get
will have to
older.
wipe your batty again for you.
Yes. And that's why I think it's important to be good to your kids, be good to your family, and just try and live a good life. Anyway, not just off that, but anyway, because when you are in time of need and all of that, then you'll start seeing who's around you and who's. Otherwise, you'll have the pity party. Couple people who never fucked with you, didn't like you anyway because because of how you was moving. But because they got a big heart, they might still just do certain things anyway. But I don't want no pity party, bro.
Never do I, bruv. And also, you've got to know that if you're listening to this and you're watching this, hopefully you're a human being, right? And you're part of the human being species, the humans. And this is what happens. You are born, you have your life, and then you will away if you're lucky, if you don't get taken early. You know what I'm saying? So you should prepare for that. So when you're a child, there's nothing much you can do to prepare for that. So it's down to the adults to then help. I always say this, this is one of my tweets as well, that we need better parks for the kids, man. Like the parks are whack. It's like, what? When I drive past parks, it looks like a flipping,
some of them all lumpy and shit.
Bruv, it looks like a museum. Like that's what parks used to look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruv. Like, the bus stops are nuts now. You know what I'm saying? Trains have all got TVs and announcers and, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. But then our parks for the kids are literally just poles and little rubber balls at the end of the pole and a big spring. Like, come on, bruv. Make some sick things for the kids today, bruv, man. Instead of making, I don't know what they're trying to make. I don't know what they're making. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
How they really make it.
So for
Nothing.
the kids, I know it's dead.
There's nothing really being made, bro.
Like, come on, man. They should get me or some
Other
people
than-
on a team to design a part. It can be the same part that gets put in different places. Just build it, make it, put in different places. Some sick thing for the kids, man. So yeah, for the kids, you have the part. Then when you're an adult, you do what you want to do in your life, whether you want to be a gymnast, whether you want to be a Formula 1 driver, whether you want to be a chef, whatever, you get to do that. And when you get older, you should know that, you're going to be less mobile. You're going to have less grey matter, less, like, you're thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? So then you might want to do something that, you know what I'm saying? You better plan for that. Whether you want to do chess, whether you want to do knitting, whether you want to, you know what I'm saying? You better get that in order and don't think it's not going to happen, because it's going to happen, bruv. You know what I'm saying? My whole life, I always thought things ain't going to happen. That's one thing I used to think as well. I remember my first day at school. I remember my first day at uni. I remember being there and thinking, rah, I'm here. Like, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, something that you're gearing up for time. Like, when you're at school, you're gearing up for uni for time. Like, sixth form, boom, 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 getting uni, yeah. And then when you get to uni, you're like, rah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, rah. Like, I'm not meant to be here. I'm Jamie from school. You get me?
Oh yeah, shit.
You know what I'm
I know
saying?
that feeling.
I'm not meant to. What am I doing here? Like, I remember what I thought it was gonna be like when I got here. I remember saying, oh, when I'm at uni, I'm at uni. You know what I'm saying? Or when I graduate, rah. Rah. I'm not meant to be. You know what I'm saying? I remember saying, rah, when I graduate. You know what I'm saying? So I always think I'm never, or when I get a house. I remember that as well, bro, everything. When I get this, when I get that. When you're there, you're like, rah. This is mad. Like, I'm the me that I was thinking about. But nothing's changed.
Yeah.
I'm still me. I'm still exactly the same person that I was when I was walking to St. Paul's school in primary school.
Yeah.
When I was walking to St. Paul's on the high road, the same person in my head that was speaking to myself when I walked past the kebab shop and I was whatever, that's the same person that's talking in my head right now. I'm the same person. Like, how the hell am I here? Bruv, it happens. You're going to get there. You're going to get there and you're going to get there, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get there. So yeah, you're going to get to that age at some point as well. You're saying, oh, it was sad. Bruv, you're going to get to that age as well, bruv.
Of course. I don't
ready
want
for
to
that.
be. I don't
I know.
know if I want to be. That's the point.
Bruv,
I don't know if I want to be.
Don't.
I want to be. Obviously, I want to go be old. Do you get me? Of course I do. But I do
Older.
want to older.
Yeah, man.
But I want a level of quality of life. I don't want to.
Yes,
I don't want to
get
shit.
ready for it then.
Fam, I do not. I don't want to shit in a continent pad or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want. Let me tell you something. We had a small conversation time ago about subconscious or whatever, yeah, and consciousness or whatnot, yeah. It's funny because no matter, I feel, yeah, you have people that are not necessarily, they may be old and they may not have their faculties, yeah, right? And they are maybe in an old people's home or whatever it may be. and they're not aware of their surroundings or anything like that, but they will have a continent pad, or however you say it, if I'm saying it right, whatever, to shit in, and they will not shit in it because it's almost like their subconscious is aware that isn't the toilet.
Yeah. And they're stubborn to it as a person.
Yes.
I'm not going to be. I'll let go,
Shitting
man.
in the continent
I'll
pad.
shit on anything. I'm an old person. I'll accept it. I'll accept it, man. I'll shit on anything.
Loud.
I'll shit on this chair.
Loud.
Boom, shit. You're saying loud because you're still being Chucky. The guy that everyone knows is Chucky. You're still being, not ego, but ego. You know what I'm saying? Not ego like bravado, like, bossy ego. But like your ego, the person that knows, who thinks it knows who you are, how you're perceived, I'll let that go, bro.
No, okay.
Let that go.
It's not Chucky. It is society. It's society.
Yeah, society.
Society, as growing up, has made me.
Yeah.
No, this is what society
And
has
that's
done.
listen,
but it's not a
go
bad
on.
thing in a sense, though.
When
What
you
it
finish,
is
I'm still
is
gonna murk it with the
we
same
think, okay, boom. Like I grow up and I have a nappy on. All right, cool.
Yes.
So as a kid, I don't know no different because that's just how my mind is. So I shit in it. I do
Yes.
whatever. But then I'm taught this is a toilet. Yeah. Right. So now, and not only have I been taught it, I'm seeing people. If I'm in a restaurant, I see people getting up and they're going, and that's my
Society,
subconscious
all of
now.
us, yeah.
Remember, this is my subconscious now
Yeah.
because even when people are getting up and they're going to the toilet,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking in the forefront of my mind these people are going to the
Piss,
toilet,
shit, yeah.
but in my head it's like it knows that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So for years and 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 years of that, as I've got old now, all of this is in my mind and has made me think, rah, if there's no toilet, I can't shit in this thing.
Yes.
So it's unlearning that. But you have to unlearn it.
It's not. It's knowing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. If I find something I believe it to be true, act on it. I ain't got to learn nothing.
Sometimes it's
once you
easier
know
said
it,
than
you know
done,
it. No, bruv, you know it. And one thing you want to know as well, that whole thing you said from beginning birth, sitting in restaurant, people getting into shit, in that whole big bubble of learning of society and social circles and whatever, we don't even acknowledge elderly people that have to shit on a pad. They're not involved in our thing. This is our thing. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Someone that's shitting on a pad, they're not even in. Like, we don't think about them. When you're in the restaurant, someone's getting up to go to the toilet, and boom, 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 in our little bubble, social media. When we're talking about social media and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, we're not thinking that someone's in a pad
When you're talking about
shitting.
Mitch getting all these things, you are not for once thinking about someone who's 108. They're not even involved. They're not even human to us. They're out. They're not here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is society. That is programming. That is what we've been programmed to be. But one thing that you've got to know and not even believe, you've got to know it. Like I said, we're humans.
And at some
We're
point you're
human
going to
beings
get to a
species.
stage.
Our species is human beings, or what are we called? Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
Whatever. And and you're born. You grow old. If you're lucky, you get to be an adult. Then you grow older, and you're thinking faculties go, and you better start working on what you're gonna do at that point in your life. And that is the truth. That's real, and I've accepted it. So when I get to the age where I have to shit on the pad, I'm shitting on the pad. Who cares?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what?
I'm
the
not,
thing is,
I'm not JME. I'm not JME. I'm not in the old people's home like.
No,
flipping, you know what I'm saying?
No, but it's
I'm
not.
just a
No,
human
no,
being.
But
I'm just a
but you're
guy.
not. But even then, irrespective of who you are as a person now, or the persona that maybe you have built or what people think that you are, like just as a human being in our society, whether you're a rapper or not, you could just be fucking Jerome working in any building.
There's the Chris Michaels out there that really thinks. Why am I always saying this?
Yeah, of course. Whatever. When you are conditioned to feel a certain way, it is very difficult you may be able to accept it. You may be able to say to yourself, all right, cool, you know what? This is my life now. But it is very difficult when you when you are in a routine of doing something pretty much all of your life. You can't say all of it because at the beginning it wasn't like that. You was doing it differently then. But from a certain stage in your life, for decades and decades and decades, when you are in some type of a routine, even though you accept that there is going to be change, accepting change is difficult still. It's almost like, it's not the same, but it is almost like death. Because you could say, you know what, at some point, my family are going to die. And I'm going to be upset.
And this podcast has gone mad.
Yeah, no, but right. So I'm going to, I have to accept it at some point.
Yes.
Right, and life will go on because.
But then when it happens,
it is a bit difficult.
I know.
And
That's what I said. That's what I said.
It's the same as like, okay, cool. I know at some point, if I'm lucky enough to be old, that this might have to happen. But I'll tell you something. The first week
It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be very hard.
But for me, I think must be programmed then, because for me, I'm controlling me. That's how I feel. I could be doing something for 70 years, bro. I don't care. If I find out something, that's where we're going now. It's just done. Nothing's a challenge for me unless it's a physical challenge.
Yeah.
If it's a physical challenge, cool. Like in the life we live in the world we live in, the 3D world, physics, I've got to move my body or do something cool. It's a challenge. But if it's something that I've just got to think in my head and then act on it, that's it. I've done it. Act on it. I haven't cared. And I also know when I'm acting on it that not everyone is going to think that and not everyone's going to understand why I've acted on it. But I do.
Yeah.
So I'm mad. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not mad.
I am mad.
No, you're not mad, bro.
Of course I'm mad. Because that's what a mad person does. But they do it and they do
mad to who though? Mad to who? Because mad is subjective.
to society. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, you're not. For me, you're not mad. But
Okay,
I get
cool.
society.
But I can think something and know it because you said decades hard, bruv. Same thing with my diet. I brought up Nigerian household eating everything from like people say, cow foot, whatever.
Yeah, I
bruv,
remember.
anything, bruv.
Yeah.
Oxtail, people think that's bruv. I had every single animal body part hanging out of a pot in my kitchen.
Chicken
Open
foot?
the fridge. Chicken foot all
You yam
day
that as
long. Well, bruv, are you mad?
Strong.
All day long. When I remember Shaki, everyone's like, tripe, you give it the dogs tripe. I'm like, bruv, that's Shaki. It's a delicacy, bro. You don't know nothing. Like everything, bruv. Open the fridge, there's an eyeball of an animal in a cling film. Bruv.
You have the eyeball just like that?
Open the freezer. No, not just the eyeball. I'm saying the animal's head's in there, bruv.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the eyeball, a fish is hanging out of something on your pot. Like, there's animals everywhere, bruv. And that was normal to me. All day. You get me? And then one day, 10 minutes, learn something in 10 minutes, spend another 3 hours researching this cannot be true because no way. Right, it actually is true. It is true. Bun that though. But it's true though. But bun that, bruv. I got Domino's app on my phone. I got bare free pizzas on there still, and I got Krispy Kremes and McDonald's round the corner. The staff in McDonald's know me. They give me free. Like, this is dead. Like, what am I gonna do, bruv? I remember that vegetarian girl at my school, bruv. Big up Caroline, St. Paul's, my age. You're somewhere right now. Your name's Caroline. You're blonde, and your mum was a piano teacher at St. Paul's when I was there, and you was vegetarian, and you was the only vegetarian person I knew. And I used to think vegetarian people were weak for some reason. I don't know. I just think it was just you, like, Caroline, like she's not as strong.
Aliens.
Like, I don't know what I thought. I just thought vegetarians and vegans are just weak people, whatever. And you was a beautiful person, bruv. And so was your mum. Beautiful people. You get me? I've never seen you again in my life since primary school, but you're out there somewhere. Boom. I just thought, can't do this, bruv. But I can't lie to myself. I thought it, acted on it, never ever again, not even one thing.
Can
ever.
I say, I
You
watched
get me?
another documentary.
I'm shitting.
sorry,
Just to end off,
yes,
when I find out, yes, Jamie, you have to go to toilet on this pad because you're not able. Blah, 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 blah. Cool.
Simple.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's
Let's
get
get
it.
it.
I
Get
hear
me.
that strong.
I'll start making pads, bro. Why no one? What?
Yeah,
That whole.
That's if you got your faculties to do that.
Nah, bruv, I don't have people around me that's gonna help me do that, bruv. I'm gonna say to them, yeah, man, these pads are whack. Let's start making
That's
pads.
if you can speak.
Pampers. Okay, cool.
You get what I'm saying?
So I'm like, so you're saying, next time I say that's if you're alive. Because
Yeah, well, you get-
if I'm dead, I'm dead, innit? But if I'm alive in any way, I'm gonna be mad.
Now, sometimes your faculty, sometimes they shut down one by
Yeah, of
one.
course,
That's
I know.
the thing. Do you get me?
Yeah, of course.
But,
But I'm ready for that. I'm ready to accept life, bruv. I'm not always here. Where was I before here?
Nah, of course.
Is that my lyrics
No,
as
but
well on-
all right, with that,
where
I
was
want this to be
before
clear.
85, bruv? Come
I
on.
have definitely accepted life.
Yeah.
See, like, I'm not taking anything that is not a part of that hinders my my aging in particular. I'm just when I go grey, I go grey.
Yeah. Oh, same. Yeah, exactly.
If you know what I mean, my face starts to, it just does what it does or whatever. But in our day now, everyone's doing all different types of shit to fucking stop it. Botox was a thing from a long time ago. Obviously, it's normal to get the lips done and that. You go to certain places in the country and it's hard to find
Teeth,
somebody who
lips,
doesn't have their lips done.
teeth, lips,
Tips,
implants,
you've got all them things.
thing,
Everyone's trying to do all of that stuff to be that, and that's fair. Like, I've accepted that. I think the only thing that might be a tiny bit of a thing for me is shitting in the continent pad or whatever. But I'll probably get there.
You will,
But like, it would be very difficult, and I could see why it would be difficult. Even when I went to my great grandmother's and she's in this predicament, she doesn't want to do that. It's uncomfortable, and also knowing that the carer's not going to come until however time as well to change. This is all a bit mad, but that's all personal. But yeah, anyway, what was I going to say? Boom. Just on the vegan thing quickly, yeah. We're going to talk about that because we're running out of time.
But food. Go on.
Well, yeah, boom. I was watching Game Changers documentary, yeah, which is a very good documentary, by the way. And just off the back of that, there's better things to say. But in my mum's household, yeah, they're vegan they're vegan.
Wow.
Yeah, they're going into that. I think just because of research and things that they've like, there's a what's happened is, yeah, they're watching things and having conversations with people, and then there's more things that are happening that is almost co-signing some of their own thoughts, which has made them do it. It's not like one document. They didn't watch one thing and say, yeah, we're going to do it. It's just an accumulation of certain things that are happening that is making them want to change their diet or whatever. And I'm like leaning towards just like trying to clean out certain things or whatnot. But anyway, one thing that they brought up, which was quite funny, was they were talking about like your bloodstream and how like certain foods and stuff can clog up your bloodstream or whatever it is, yeah. Right. And then talking about like things that are sort of good for your bloodstream and whatnot, yeah. And they did this and they were talking about beetroot juice and how beetroot juice is good for you and all of these things. And they did this document, they did this little experiment with these athletes, yeah, where they was like, look, we are going to put a device on you, yeah, to monitor your erections throughout the night.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. So boom, what they've done is they've given them for a week.
What kind of device?
For that, I don't know. It's like some thing that you put on. It's like
you
a circle.
Get erections during the night, through the night.
Yeah. So this is it. Yeah. This is what they're saying.
Bro,
so it's a circle.
Wait, stop. That's definitely a normal thing. No, everyone
does that. Yeah. No, but look, let me land. Wait, let me land. Yeah. What they're saying is they were monitoring how often and the strength in it from a person who is a meat eater and a person who is on a vegan diet.
They got to monitor like 7 million people to do that though. Can't just choose.
Of course. There's not like, I don't think this is them just saying a factual thing as like take what they're saying as gospel. Yeah. They're just giving you what they're saying, and whatever you want to do with that is what you want to do with it. I just thought it was quite funny anyway. Yeah. But anyway, boom, they've like monitored them for like however long, maybe a week or whatever, giving them foods, like what they should eat, all of that, giving them foods to eat. And then they've monitored that. And then they've done it where they've like done veganism or whatever, yeah. And then they've come back and they've looked at the test and then they've seen like the percentages of like what's happened throughout the night or whatever, yeah. And all three of them, their percentages was a lot higher. So I said to myself, you know what, blouse and skirt, let me try and do the beetroot juice then. Because what is this, the beetroot juice that's doing that?
Wow.
Fam, I beetroot juice 3 times in a row. 3 days in a row. Fam, solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. I may not have been that. It might have been
anecdotal evidence. Might
get what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. Solid as
libido.
a rock.
Placebo. Oh my god, libido. Same thing though. That's what you're doing with it.
Yeah, bro. And also it helps with constipation, to be fair. But yeah, that's a conversation for another day.